Welcome to the 2018 room tour.
Team Canada.
What's up guys, I'm SeeJayAre. Welcome back for the 2018 edition of my annual room tour, my game room tour. I've now been collecting for 9 years, so in that time I've amassed 5,400, just over 5,400 games. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but everything you're going to see in this video is completely free. The way I've done that, you can check out my previous videos where I actually picked up, over the past 5 years, I've actually been filming my garage sale pickups. So typically I'll pick up a big box of video games for cheap at a garage sale, keep what I need, sell or trade off the rest to gain more games for my collection. So you'll find a playlist in the description below, both for my garage sale pickups and my collection video. So I'm gonna move pretty quickly in this video. So if you wanna see a more in-depth video on each individual collection, what I have in my collections, that will be in the description below. Like I said, I've been collecting for, I think, 9 years. I always forget how long it's been, but it doesn't seem like I've been collecting that long. My boys are now 5 and 6 years old, so I spend a lot of time down here gaming with them. I am by no means an expert on video games. One question that I'm sure many of you will ask, do you play all of these games? I have the next 40 years to play my collection, enjoy them with my 2 boys. So yeah, we kind of learn as we go. There's plenty of games that I picked up 5 years ago. I'll pull one off the shelf. Oh, I never got around to playing this one, and we'll play it with the 3 of us. So having my boys, as they've gotten older, we've been using this game room and playing these games more and more. So I will, at the end of this video, answer a bunch of the most commonly asked questions, but feel free to post some of your questions in the comments below. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see more in-depth of what I have in this game room and stuff that I've picked up and stuff like that. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. That's also in the description below. Let's go ahead and start the 2018 game room tour. I'll do a quick game room overview for you guys here. I always hate when people don't show the actual game room and just kind of zoom in on specific areas. So here's a quick 360. So I thought we would start this year's game room tour in my main gaming area here. This is where I do all my current gen gaming. You can see I've got PUBG running there right now. We'll head over a little bit closer here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick opening shot of where I do most of my gaming. This is the Sony KS8000 4K TV that I picked up last year. It's been absolutely fantastic. I do play PC games on it, and my HTC Vive, all that kind of stuff. I have keyboard and mouse set up that I have tucked away right now, but I play a lot of games with the controller too. So the nice thing about this TV, other than being 4K HDR, is that it has very low lag. So I think it's 20 milliseconds, which is fantastic for a TV. So I get to play all my super high-end PC games on a... That's gonna happen from time to time. That's the Super Checks bubble hockey. It's in attract mode, so bear with me. Fantastic TV, super low lag. I get to play my PC games on a 65-inch TV. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll quickly go over what I have in my main rack down here. That's a PS3 Fat with full backwards compatibility. The PS4 Pro, Xbox 360S, I believe that model is. It's the newest model that they released. We've got the Xbox One X. Below that, a new addition, I didn't have this last year, is the Wii U. I got one back. My black Sega Sports Dreamcast. There is the Nintendo Switch, cable box, some Switch games, and my Retron 5. That's what's in my main gaming center, I'll call it. Okay, to the right of the my main TV here, we've got my PS1 collection, which has, I'm just checking my collector's game app. This is the app I use. It's another question I get a lot of the time, is what app I use to, what database app I use for my collection. So I've got 440 PS1 games at the moment. Lots of good stuff in there, lots of snickle fritz, as most of you know I call it. Yeah. It's just stuff, if I don't have it, I find it at garage sales, I pick it up. And I hold on to it. I am running out of a little bit of room, so I have to do some reshuffling. We've got Wii U, Wii games below. I have contemplated just going for a complete Wii collection and just Not actively. There's a lot of collections that I have that I just kind of, if I find them, I'll buy them at garage sales. I don't actively seek out. I'll say that a lot. Like, I'm kind of going for a complete collection without actually really trying. This is where I keep some games that I'm just kind of currently playing. Obviously not all those, but just keep them handy. Let's see, we'll look up top here. Just some boxes for systems, some promo boxes. Those super cool Cuphead pop vinyl figurines. Original Xbox, these guys are cool. Original Batman Lego figures. Catwoman fell over. Just keep some stuff on display up here. The eye in the sky up there. On the left side of my main gaming TV here. Super cool Moo Moo Farms Raceway. That's from Good Time Games in Waterloo. 3DS collection. Love the 3DS. I made an infamous video where I said Nintendo should kill it before they even released the Switch, and I still feel that way. It's a 7-year-old system that's still kind of hanging on. DS collection, but I absolutely love the 3DS, just to let you know. DS collection. Really good games on the DS. Some really awesome stuff. And I feel like the DS isn't super expensive to collect for. Trying to look for, keep forgetting, I'll give you guys some more numbers here. DS collection, I'm at 216 games. 3DS, I think we're around 80 now. I've got a couple GBA games in here, some of the better games in custom cases. Coverproject.org, I believe. There's some nice games on the DS. Retro Game Challenge, love that one. Here is my GameCube stuff. I am going for a complete GameCube collection, like I said, just kind of picking them up as I find them. I have collection videos all over my channel, individual collection videos, so I'm not going to go through every game here. I might mention a few, but if you want to see exactly what's in my collection, feel free to check out those videos on my channel. There's a pickups or a collection video playlist in the description below. This is the infamous Nintendo Nook. I post a lot of pictures too on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's in the description below. So you see a lot of the cool stuff I have on there. Super Mario 3D World standee. Here is the N64 collection. 216 games right now for the N64. That's one I'm actually actively seeking out to complete. We've got the NES collection, 465 games. And I am kind of actively, like, I'll buy some of these at video game swaps and stuff, or trade for games that I need. NES is near and dear to my heart. That's one of the first systems I had. So here's just one shelf in the Nintendo Nook. This really needs a reorganizing. There's the NES Classic, a bunch of my handhelds. I know I'm going pretty quick here. I'm sure a lot of you are, yelling, wait, stop, I want to see that. I will do another video specifically on the Nintendo Nook. Some more boxes up top. GameCube, N64 collection. That needs some reorganizing there. Obviously the smoke won't fit on there. We've got the SNES Classic, Super Famicom Classic, and Famicom Classic Mini. Another shelf here. Some controllers, some figures. Some World of Nintendo stuff there. That Luigi statue is pretty cool. McDonald's figures, McDonald's Mario Kart, my Virtual Boy down there. And this TV here is just a pretty basic 36-inch CRT television. Weighs like 270 pounds. It's insane, but it looks pretty good for retro stuff. Not the best, but definitely looks good. Here is another set of systems, the NES, Super NES, N64, Master System 2. Tucked back in there beside the GameCube is the Sega CDX, which I love. Plays Sega CD and Genesis. PS1, great little system, and then there's a Neo Geo under there. The GameCube controllers are out because my boys love playing Cell Damage on the GameCube. It's one of their favorite games. On to the Super Nintendo stuff. Super Nintendo, we are at 275 games now. Some boxes down there, some NES boxes. I just keep them separate for now. Eventually I'll have to put them in there when I run out of room. I am pretty future-proof here for room. I've still got one whole wall that I'll show you where I can tuck games if I need to eventually. So that is the Nintendo Nook. Like I said, I'll do a specific Nintendo Nook video at some point where I'll go more into depth. But like I said, you can see individual collection videos on the channel. So this is kind of my little gaming couch where I sit. Fallout Pip-Boy Special Edition there, pretty cool. My Google Home. This is a heater / end table type thing. It gets pretty cold down here, so I turn that on sometimes. Got some guides tucked in there. We'll move. There's my MacBook where I do all my editing. I keep controllers that I'm using right there. And if I lift this up, this is one of people's favorites. Last year it was. So this opens up, and this is where I have one of my favorite collections. This is my Game Boy collection here. There's original Game Boy, Game Boy Color up the side here, and Game Boy Advance back there. I am at 293 Game Boy titles, 311 GBA titles, and 135 Game Boy Color titles. Still looking for cases for each game. Yeah. There's all my Game Boys. My modded Game Boy original with a backlight in it. My GBA that I made. This is a modded original, modded original GBA with a GBA SP101 screen in it. That's one of the mods that I do. I've done a video on that on my channel also. This guy here is my favorite at the moment. This is my Game Boy Color Light from Jelly Belly Customs. Really gorgeous. Really nice system. So yeah, that is my Game Boy collection. I'm actually in the process of trying to find another one of these for my other gaming area, which I'm going to show you right now. So this here is the second gaming area. It's more of like a... All right, go home. So this is the secondary gaming area here, starting with the Sega Genesis stuff here. Love collecting for the Sega Genesis. It's just super hard to find in my area right now. Followed by Sega Master System. I've got 272 Genesis games. We are at 75 Master System games. Sega CD, we're only at 30. I don't have very much Sega CD stuff. And Sega Saturn, we're at 44. Really, really hard to find Saturn and Sega CD stuff in the wild. And as I said, that's pretty much the only place I buy it, so I don't have a massive collection when it comes to that stuff. Some big box PS1, 32X, my tiny 3DO collection. Again, a lot of collections I don't have a lot of games for because like I said, 99% of my stuff is found in the wild, so. Pretty nice Game Gear, box Game Gears there. Genesis boxes, Game Gear collection. This thing is full. I've got another Jelly Belly Customs Game Gear in there, which is amazing. We've got a Sega CD Model 2, Model 1. And then this stuff is some really retro stuff. ColecoVisions and televisions, 2600s, old Xboxes. We've got 3DO, Atari 400, Atari XE, a Pong, a Telstar Pong system, and Television 2, T99 4A, yeah. And then on this shelf, we've got the Retron 5, Retro Duo Portable, which is I like better than the Superboy personally. Dreamcast, Neo Geo X, my Neo Geo box, Neo Geo collection, bought that in one lot locally. One of my favorite systems here is the Neo Geo Pocket Color. I have 2 of those and a bunch of games. Really want to get one of those with a modded screen. Got the box for it there too. Turbo EverDrive. I have a few EverDrives. I just like using them for convenience. My Turbo Graphics games. We've got the Vectrex, which is one of my favorite systems. Love this system. Got one boxed with like 11 games. a few years ago for, I think, $400, which is a really good deal. My Retro Gamer magazines, definitely need a better way to display those. Commodore 64 in the box, some, you know, old computer type stuff. Atari Flashback, my Atari games, Halo 2600. Yes, it does exist. It's a thing. It's actually a pretty cool game. ColecoVision and television, I always say these are probably the first things that would go in my collection. I just don't have much connection to these. The 2600 I do. That was my first system, so I'll never let those go. A couple arcade sticks up top. The Tatsunoko vs. Capcom stick. I did a Will It Work on this Pac-Man arcade machine that you can find on my channel. Found that at a garage sale this year for $10. This is the Pure Solar Collector's Edition. Some like mechanical stuff. I had this guy when I was a little kid, so that was kind of cool to find that Tomy racing unit. LCD games, strategy guides, Nintendo Powers, more strategy guides, and then we are on to kind of my retro area. This is a pretty cool TV. I'm running Dynamite Cop, one of my favorite Dreamcast games, with the arcade stick. I'll show you guys under here. There are all my Dreamcast controllers. I want to find one of those ottomans for here for storage that I have in the other area there, basically. I have 2 of the arcade sticks there. The Dreamcast is my favorite system all time. I guess we'll quickly jump over here. Here is my complete Dreamcast set with the help of many of you guys. Thank you so much to all the people that helped me complete this set, I think around 2 years ago now. Favorite system, love the Dreamcast. So yeah, I've got a bunch of really cool coffee table books. Love these anthology books, the SNES and NES Playing with Power. These are like book zines from Retro Gamer, like special editions, really cool stuff. Love Retro Gamer. So this TV actually has HDMI. It's a CRT TV with HDMI. Every year I get asked what model it is, so this year I wrote it right there. That's the model number. Super easy to find. Not super easy, but I think I bought this for like $50. So you can easily find these on Kijiji, Craigslist. They're pretty cheap. 270 pounds though, 36 inch. Looks great for retro games. Not the best TV you can buy. Not the best CRT TV you can buy for retro games, but really a really good one that you can find cheap. So down here we have a PS2 Slim, Sega Dreamcast, a modded Wii, which I just put all my games in my collection on just so the kids can play it easily. That's the Neo Geo X, followed by the TurboGrafx, don't mind my finger, Sega Saturn to the right, and then modded Xbox down there. I use all these modded systems. The bottom Xbox, I just found at a garage sale. Basically for just the convenience of being able to play my entire collection, just have them on the hard drive. It's much easier with kids. Next up is my stand-up arcade machine. Picked this up, oh god. When did I pick this up? Probably 2011, maybe 2009, right when I first started collecting. I still had this, yeah, it was like 2009. I've had it a while now. It's just running it's running MAME. There's a CRT TV in there. Still works pretty good. I have an issue with the trackball. It won't work right now. I gotta figure that out. I actually hadn't turned it on before today in a long time. Got some collectibles up top with some promo boxes. New addition to the game room, a drum set that I picked up for the boys for their birthdays. You know, there's still quite a bit of floor space here. That's the best place I could find for it. Back on this shelf I have some special edition stuff. I got rid of a bunch of my special edition stuff that I didn't really want anymore. Ni no Kuni White Wizard edition. Got a couple handhelds up there. Some of our Sphero toys that they sent us over. Also did a video on those. More handhelds. Batteries for filming. This TV we use for PS3 sometimes for like gun games. Boys love playing those. Here is the record collection. That's my wall of vinyl. I think it's like 2,600 records. Should really move this. Get that out of the way. Yeah, 2,600 records approximately. All found through garage sales. I do buy some on Amazon. These are these amazing data discs releases. Just Google data discs. There's a whole bunch of video game soundtrack albums that are awesome. You can see I have a few more of them here. Really amazing stuff from data discs. Love video game soundtracks. Nothing better to play in the game room. 2 turntables here. I don't want to gloss over that. Newmark TTX. I bought these like 10, almost 15 years ago now. Probably 10, more like 10. I used to mess around with Serato and Scratch and Mix, and I'm not any good. But we love having them down here. The boys come down and scratch once in a while. Man cave sign, which I forgot to turn on for this tour. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what else I can show you here. Let me think. This is a really cool Grand Theft Auto standee. I collect old school boom boxes. There's my Nintendo vans up there. Okay, swinging around this way. This wall here has a couple kiosks, 360 kiosk that I got several years ago. Picked up this PS4 one, I think 2 years ago. PS4s are not cheap enough for me to actually have one in there right now. That's just a dummy, it's just for show. But in the coming years as they drop, I'll get one to put in the PS4 kiosk. Halo Master Chief standee. This awesome PS4 banner. And then this corner is kind of just some of our like nicer toys. Some Star Wars stuff here, Millennium Falcon, AT-AT. Really cool Batman toys up there. I love 60s Batman. Yeah, boxes. We've got Turtles vans, remote control car, the blimp, Devastator. We got the big Mikey figure. And then it's pretty much all Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles sewer set, bunch of vehicles, whole bin full of guys. Here's the sewer play set from the original Ninja Turtles, the ones that I played with as a boy. And the Technodrome. And then in this door is the kids' messy toy room that they really have trouble keeping clean. That bin's full of about 70 pounds of Lego. DVDs, which I'm getting rid of. I did hold on to some of my favorite DVDs, which I'll show you now. This is a new area. I decided to get a CRT TV, specifically one that has a rounded screen so I could play gun games. Got an NES there. There's my Halo Master Chief helmet, some more retro gamer mags, beer fridge, must in a game room, GTA Vice City standee. I got this really cool, this is a new addition to this Crash Bandicoot standee earlier this year. That's from Microplay in Kitchener. Shout out to Microplay, thank you very much. Yeah, CRT TV I added right there, just so we could play gun games on the NES. Love doing that. All right, so this is the Xbox wall. We've got 360 at the top, some Xbox One stuff, original Xbox, huge fan of the Xbox family of products. And then some DVDs and Blu-rays that I decided to keep for the collection. This is the Super Chex Bubble Hockey that you have been hearing throughout this video. Yeah, love Bubble Hockey. It's one thing that I always wanted to add to my collection. It's like foosball, but fun. Being in Canada, this is kind of a dream for every Canadian to actually own one of these. I picked this up for a really good deal a few years ago. It was like new. I think I paid like a third of the cost of what it would be new. So really happy to have that. The wall of PS2. This is all PS2 stuff. One of my biggest collections. PS2, I'm at 546 games. Like I said, I'm kind of going for a complete collection. I just keep what I don't have. I didn't mention here, original Xbox, I'm at 304. Xbox 360, 259, so still going for a lot more of those. Here is what I call the PlayStation corner. Pretty cool Metal Gear Solid poster there. My Vita collection, PSP collection. Really love collecting for the PSP. It's a super easy one to collect for because not a lot of people are collecting for it, but there's a lot of good RPGs on the system. Mostly what they are is RPGs, fighting games, some really good puzzle games. I am at 172 PSP games. One of my favorites. Waiting for this to come to the Switch. Nintendo, please make this happen. Capcom, please make this happen. Power Stone Collection. Just port it over to the Switch and I'd be a happy man. Love Power Stone. One of my favorite games in the Dreamcast. So here's my PS3 kiosk. I believe it's running Okami HD. My GTA 5 poster. PS3 collection. Don't have that many PS3 games. The 360 was my lead console that generation, although I did play more PS3 as that generation went on. And here is one more arcade machine. This is the sit-down arcade cab from Man Cave Arcades in Markham, Ontario. Street Fighter 5 edition, running Super Puzzle Fighter. I just have a PS3 in there running right now. This is one of my favorite puzzle games. Love puzzle games. Yeah, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. What else can I show you here? Here's the Dust Buster, which I use to keep clean down here. Some storage in here. You can see it's running the PS3 Super Slim. I actually have two Super Slim PS3s. Really like those systems because they're reliable. They don't have a whole lot of moving parts and they won't break down. I actually have another Super Slim in there. That's pretty much it. My Game Boy pillow. What else can I show you guys here? Did I mention the drum kit is a Pearl drum kit, which I picked up used on Kijiji for a really good price. I guess I can show you guys this. I forgot. Set up two more TVs. This is new. This wasn't here last year. I just thought I had a spot here where I could set up the SNES Classic and the NES Classic. The boys play those a lot, so we kind of just... I can set them up here and kind of let them be on their own. So yeah, it's really fun. The boys are old enough now to, play more games down here and, do a lot of it on their own without my supervision. A couple plushies there, Donkey Kong, Mario, and Spyro. That's the game room for 2018. That's it for the 2018 Game Room Tour. Thank you guys so much for joining me and thank you for your continued support on this channel. If you haven't done so already, feel free to hit the subscribe button for more retro gaming videos, gameplay, garage sale pickups. If you want to just kind of see what my channel's about, feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. To get to some of your questions you probably have, number one, I dust about once a month. Dusting is not too bad down here. It's not really an issue. Two, my electricity bill is probably the same or slightly more than yours. I don't typically run every single system. I don't have them all on like I do for this video. It's usually just one at a time. I don't have every light on down here either. Three, this is a basement. I live in Canada, so this is not my house. It's not my parents' house. I don't live in my mom's basement, at least not anymore. So yeah, this is a basement. My wife does not mind that I have this down here. Anything to get the boys out of her hair for an extended period of time, she's more than down with. She plays games down here too. We were actually playing the HTC Vive as a family the other night. So what else? I'm not rich. As I mentioned, all of this has been through garage saling. As I mentioned, I may not have the best collection, but it may actually be the cheapest collection, that's above 5,000 games. I kind of pride myself on not spending, I call it family money, on my hobby, my video game collection. That's totally fine if you do. It's just, if you spend your money on video games, that's great. If that's what you want to spend your disposable income on, that's good for you. I just enjoy, half the fun for me is being able to find games cheap, and the hunt of it is part of collecting. Half of collecting for me is the fun of going out to garage sales with my boys and trying to find cheap games, going to swaps, trading people, and trying to completely keep my collection free. So that's one of the things that I enjoy about this collection and collecting in general. I think that's it for all the questions that I normally get asked. Like I said, feel free to post your questions in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, follow me on Instagram if you want to see more of my, collecting journey, all the stuff I pick up, individual things in my collection, vinyl pickups, just a bunch of cool stuff with my family. If you're not too much with the family, don't worry, it's not a whole bunch, it's not a feed full of my kids if that's what you're worried about. So the link to my Instagram is in the description below. Once again, thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and until the next episode. Welcome to my 2018 game room tour.